this country's ever seen.
Hello everyone, Shadefyre here, and welcome back to Let's Play Control. This is episode 15. So last time we went to the ordinary AWE research area, and now we have to find the slide projector, which is in Dimensional Research in Research, which is on the other side of the Astray Maze, apparently. Presumably that's why I couldn't go through it earlier. However, today we're just going to be doing side stuff, because we have quite a list of stuff built up that we need to do, and I've heard the side stuff is some of the best stuff in this game. So we've got the mirror one, we've got the old friends one, which I think we can just do as we do the other ones. Let me check if there's any of them. Okay, nobody's on this floor, so that one we don't need to worry about here. But yeah, that one we'll just kind of do as we go to other places. Old growth, apparently all of these are actually in the pit, so we'll have to go down there and look for those now that we have levitate. We have the enemy within, which is to go back to the clocks. And Langston's runaways. This one, actually, we can do while we're here, because one of them is in dead letters. So let's just pop over there. Should be a fairly straightforward one. But yeah, I think we're kind of getting close to the end of the game now.
That's no normal piece of paper.
I don't know what she's talking about. Where does she see? Oh, okay. It's that right there.
Okay, we need to know where it's going.
What does that mean? Is it just traveling in a pattern here across these tables? Oh, I almost had it there. Oh. Damn it, Jesse. I didn't need to fly there. Grab it, grab it. Ugh, she switched weapons instead of grabbing it. Come on, come on.
I need to find the other pages.
I was just about to say, it says moving letters, not just letter. Apparently there are more teleporting letters around here. Well, they're all in dead letters, so the area's not that big. I don't even really remember this room because we came here at like the start of the game. That said, there is also a lot of upper floors that I don't think we can get to normally, so I think we can levitate up here? Okay, there's one in there. So yeah, I think we need levitate entirely to do this. There's also an Aussie station here. Correspondence, smoking ban. Dear elected official, thanks to the recent smoking ban in my state, I am happy to inform you I will not be voting for you in the next election. As everyone knows, smoking is being banned because the smoke is toxic to the aliens that the government sold our planet to in a secret deal. If humans keep smoking, the aliens won't be able to live on Earth. Our air would be poison to them. If you government traitors can't stop people from smoking, then you won't get your millions of dollars from the aliens. I have a website. People know what's going on. We're going to keep smoking no matter what. This is a national emergency. Politicians are handing the planet over to alien overlords. We won't let you. We will resist. I will smoke forever. Signed, a proud smoker, rebel, patriot. Doesn't matter if they're toxic to humans, it's about the aliens. I think those ones we've already seen. That one we heard. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else new there. What about from the board? Descent. When did we hear anything about the board being not okay? I mean, we met the former, but it didn't say anything we could understand. Apparently that's why it got thrown out of the board.
Okay, we need to know where it's gonna end up.
Oh, I almost got it there. Okay. It just came back to the same spot. Just grab it, Jesse.
There should be one more page.
I wonder if we could have got up here before. Doesn't look like there's any staircases or anything leading here. Level 4 clearance. Correspondence. Yeah, so these are all more dead letters that were sent to non-addresses. Dear gentlemen of the Society of Sciences, it has been some time since I sent my initial letter. I hope it is not the case that you have dismissed my claims outright. In that hope, I am writing you to once more ask you for your help in understanding the oddity that has befallen me in my home. I have recently begun renting a new apartment in the city. The space is nothing special, though for a time I found the isolation quite soothing. Recently, I have begun experiencing a strange occurrence. When I'm in my kitchen, a tiny little thing with not much but a sink, I sometimes lose myself. My surroundings change. I find myself standing on a strange dark stone. I stare out at a colorless sky, as white as undisturbed snow, terrified of moving. Perhaps this is a brain issue? I think not, as it feels terribly real. This has been occurring for some months now, and I've become frightened of entering the kitchen. If it's not too much of an inconvenience, I would dearly appreciate a visit from one of your professionals to see what they make of it. I await your response with little expectation, but with great hope. Very truly yours, Lorraine Fitzgerald. So she's getting dropped into the astral plane because of something in her kitchen. There are a lot of parts of this bureau, though, where it's like, how does anyone get around if they can't fly? Because I assume levitating is not a normal ability that most of these people have. Pinstripe world. I'm a plaid suit in a pinstripe world. I'm a plaid suit in a pinstripe world. It's just repeating, redacted, repeating some more. Just a box up on a shelf here. Undefined reading. Cat clock. My clock is shaped like a cat and its eyes move and I think it's angry, but I keep apologizing and it won't stop, but I said I'm sorry, but it won't leave me alone and I don't know what it wants. I can't keep apologizing. You see, it hold me, everyone is here and I need to be careful so they don't see me writing this letter. It wants me to stay with it in my eyes, and it's moving very fast, but I can't keep going and I worry they will forget about me, so I need to write you about this because I can't keep going, but cat will because its eyes redacted. This real long run-on sentence there. Tried to do it in one breath. Oh, shit. I thought that was a little side area, but no. That was where I was just standing a second ago. Okay, I hear the letter, but there's also a little bit over here. So I suppose because these containers just drop whatever crafting materials you get from an area, ones in Executive are probably not going to be that useful to me anymore. I thought those were more of the post-it notes. That's something else. It's an elevator full of mail. Vivid dreams. To the esteemed members of the American Psychiatric Council, I am writing you to inquire about the significance of dreams in relation to one's mental health. I am aware that there are many books purporting to contain the true meanings of dreams, but I have reservations about their legitimacy. I understand that this is not usually done, but if I would greatly appreciate your thoughts on my condition. Ever since I was young, I have had intensely vivid dreams. They only occur sporadically, but in them I witness very strange events. I understand dreams can seem real at the time, but these feel markedly different. They do not occur often, perhaps only 1 or 2 a year. Last night, I had one. I saw a small, empty town. It was utterly dark. There was a lake at its center. Shadows of people moved around me, muttering odd things. A bright light woke me up. I was screaming in my sleep. My wife had been shaking me for minutes before I woke. Because of this recent incident, I have decided to seek help. The doctor says I am physically fine, but I wanted to consult your expertise. Thank you for your valuable time. Yours very sincerely, Richard Bowker. Now I wonder if that's supposed to be Bright Falls as well, with Cauldron Lake at the center. Levitation ammo efficiency, eh. I don't really do a lot of shooting when I levitate. It's mostly just launching. Okay. Doesn't look like there's many places it can go from here.
Okay, so we need to know where it's gonna end up.
Oh, I almost had it. The meter was almost full. See, the meter fills up, and then I have to do it again for her to actually do this.
Done and done.
Letters procedures. Containment procedure. Black rock paneling suppresses the item's effect. A stack of 4 envelopes, each containing a single page of paper. All 4 letters are illegible due to extreme water damage. The envelopes, curiously, do not show any sign of such damage and are covered in messages of love. The items are able to move a short distance at a pace of less than redacted and always in a redacted direction. This is the first altered item to have multiple separate parts, a fact previously believed to be an impossibility by redacted. A proposal to take the items outside the oldest house and follow their movements to its final destination is under consideration with the Budget Committee. Background. Item was found in the Dead Letters Archive, where the Heard Archivist, shouldn't that be Head Archivist? Found it attempting to escape a filing cabinet. She reports having no record of the item in the Archive of Letters. Our whereabouts. Hey, you have questions and the prophets have your answers. If you are truly intrigued, watch the time. We've lost about 45 days in the past 4 years. The shortening of days, that is why the Vatican is a sundial and also simultaneously a keyhole. Another thing while I'm here, if you want the secret to everything, compare plasma next to brain cells. The sun plus moon are composed of plasma, simply light, not planets. After this is cemented in your psyche, ponder the current whereabouts of where you are, I, and humanity reside. Cheers! Alright, so that is the letter taken care of. I can actually fall faster if I just tap it. Okay, where is that control point? No, it's up here, isn't it? Alright, so now where are we going? Got that fairly straightforward thing taken care of. Okay, so I think we'll leave Old Growth probably for its own episode. The traffic light doesn't say where that one is, does it? Traffic light. Oh, it's in containment in the Panopticon. I mean, I guess we could take care of that. Langston's right next to that, so we can just turn it in right afterwards. I mean, this doesn't sound like the most exciting side mission, because we're pretty much just dealing with very minor dangers. Cleanse and contain the traffic light. Also, this sounds like a pain in the ass because obviously the Panopticon has a lot of floors. Kinda weird that we need to cleanse it from in here, though. It couldn't have gotten far from its containment. I don't think we've seen a traffic light already stored away. Still waiting for us to get the containment procedures for that hammer. Okay, Okay, so it's not on the first floor. Can confirm that. And once again, that is me hitting the wrong one. I remember reading somebody who thought that the control points acted as bonfires and they respawn the enemies, but they were very wrong. Enemies will just respawn in this game randomly. Like at one point, I was just in the same room and they respawned again after I'd been in there for a few minutes after fighting them when I first entered. So yeah, it's definitely not tied to the control points specifically. Kind of in the vice versa fashion, when you want them to, you know, respawn so you can grind them out, they won't for some reason. Where are all these rockets coming from? I only see two guys. Oh, I totally forgot that there's a whole archives area over here that I went into in between episodes, but there doesn't seem to be much in there. It was mostly just a fight. Right? I didn't get any other... Yeah, I didn't get any papers in there. Okay, well, the location seems to be in the middle, so it seems like it would be on one of these bridges. Because generally, once you're in the room, the objective marker does tend to actually match where the thing is in the room. You just can't tell what floor it's on. But we will hear it once we get close enough. No, that's just more hiss. I thought that red glow was our traffic light for a moment. Now, it does take quite a while without the C's accelerator, but... you can do it from behind cover, and you can move while you're doing it, so... really not that hard to use effectively. Alright, I think... just got a hunch here that we found our traffic light. And that we probably should not approach it when it's red. Right? This seems intuitive. That it'll just damage us if we move when it's red. Okay, we're back where the TV was. Oh, okay, well it didn't damage me, it just kicked me out if I moved. This seems like the best way to get close to it. Oh, come on! I moved as it was changing. Well, that's fine.
Gate filter item to worry about.
Traffic light procedures. No unique containment procedures required while bound. A CRT television... Oh, that's the Benikoff. Never mind. I wasn't looking at the picture. The object's effect is subdued by exposure to sunlight. A traffic light with 3 distinct lights arranged vertically on each of its 4 sides. From top to bottom, the lights shine red, yellow, green. A popular children's game, see CBA 316 for details, is believed to be integral in the manifestation of this item and its effect. If an entity approaches the item while its red light is activated, they will be instantaneously relocated a distance of redacted from the item. Note, theories that the item is shifting people to a former timeline or parallel universe have been explored and dismissed. The item was discovered after a street light at an intersection near the elementary school began shifting people away from itself after sunset. A local panic brought the case to the attention of the Bureau. The item was contained, and a gas leak was blamed for the confusion in the town people's perception. The good old gas leak, the multi-purpose thing that you could blame for anything that happens. Because apparently most people would not understand what that would do. And so they don't question it. Okay, so now that we've dealt with that, we can turn it in with Langston and then, I guess, head on to our next one. Can't remember what the last job we got from Ahti was, because I remember picking up another one. You just suck the health juice out of these guys. Really is a good way to cover distance.
Better not
All right.
get blamed for this mess in the next performance review.
Found your runaways.
I found all those missing altered items.
All of them? Wow, you have a gift, ma'am. But those weren't all of the altered items missing from the Panopticon. The hiss must be making them restless. We've had several more containment breaches.
How many of these things did he lose? How many?
Just a couple. Should be no problem for you.
Is anyone
I
actually
really
keeping these things
appreciate
in
your
containment?
help. Really, just super.
Do you often see people with abilities like mine?
We have some paranaturally inclined agents at the Bureau. Nothing as impressive as you, though. Of course, we did have your brother here. He got a special cell up top. Darling put his own people in charge. Like I couldn't be trusted. I couldn't even get into the room. In my own Panopticon. Ah, I tell you, the way that Darling runs things, there ought to be an investigation. Anyway, what were we talking about?
Don't worry about it.
Well, Langston, you're supposed to be in charge of the paranatural objects, not the paranatural people. And I guess we don't have a prison department. But the thing I wonder is, does being paranaturally gifted mean that they have actual abilities, or just that they are capable of using objects of power?
Do you know anything about an object of power?
Because it seems like Dylan just has his own powers.
Doesn't ring a bell, but Trench's chosen few never tell me anything. Not that I'm complaining. The inner circle works non-stop. I'm pretty sure Darling sleeps under his desk. No, thank you. I have a cat to feed.
I hope Langston's got a pet sitter.
Cat's gonna survive at least a couple days without you around. Just make sure to leave some food out.
Have you ever seen an AWE?
Not out in the field. The AWEs are just altered items doing their thing. The Bureau goes in, locks everything down, and then they bring me back some clock or a gumball machine that made the town blind or something.
Just like an ordinary, with the slide projector.
Just thank you, Jesse, in case we had forgotten that that was a thing that happened.
What do you think of Marshall?
Marshall's nice enough. A little too special ops for me. Solves everything with a bullet. Respect and ritual will placate altered items better than any gun.
How's that?
Some people believe altered items are conduits to extra-dimensional forces which require ritualistic worship to be appeased.
Are those some people you? I read your report,
It's just
Langston.
a theory I heard. I don't know much about it.
I feel like he's a few minutes away from a rant about elder gods and blood rights. I'll see you later.
Also, did he basically just imply
over
that
here, like always.
Marshall just shoots these altered objects to calm them down? Like just unloading a magazine on, like, a possessed TV or something so that it'll stop being possessed for a while? Alright. So the flamingo is in containment sealed threshold corridor. Isn't that the same place where the other side mission is? And then the mannequin is in prime candidate. Alright, so abilities, I could upgrade levitate, or I could start unlocking these launch side abilities. I mean, levitate, I haven't really found that, like, we're running out of duration quickly, so let's just see what these are. Launch basic enemies, launch large enemies when their health is low. And then launch large objects. I wonder how big exactly is large, if we can just launch anything that's movable now. Alright, let's go to the PCP. Which, what's closest? Probably logistics, right? Actually, transit corridor we can just double back from. I don't think there's any hiss respawns in there. Okay, so to get back there, we just need to go this way. I don't remember what the flamingo does, but we did get a file on it. The mannequin, I think, just throws things? Also, I want to see if there are any of our targets in this area. Nope. They're in Blackrock, NSC, NSC, and Atlas. So they're all in maintenance. Which he might have said, but I forgot what he said. Oh good, now I can throw corpses, even if they're not enemy corpses. Yeah, so I'm assuming if I had throw large objects, I could throw like these bins. Still no way to upgrade your mod capacity, so I'm just gonna forever have to deal with stopping to do mod clearouts. Work chat. Dead dog. I see your creepy teeth delivery and raise you a dead dog. Yeah, like a straight up deceased dog. Had a collar on it and everything. It had been rotting in that box since they packed it up. Go ahead and imagine how that smelled. So don't go whining to me. I wish I got to watch a parade of human teeth. Gotta love these guys just going back and forth with their sorting. Like, oh, what kind of weird, gross shit did you have to deal with today? Thought I saw an interact prompt. Alright, flamingo. Are you gonna be in the twisty part? Or, sorry, the mannequin, not the flamingo. You can see it at the end of the hall there. Good catch, Jesse. Just want to see how this looks when you're floating a corpse. It's like, yeah, sure, these used to be my personnel, but now they are handy objects. Uh-oh.
God, the only thing creepier than one mannequin is a few dozen of the damn things.
Alright, now we have many mannequins. Why am I covered in mystery smoke? Oh, that's just coming from all these mannequins, isn't it? Let's just get a nice close-up with these mannequins. So I prefer to get a solo with the primary mannequin, which is where exactly? I mean, am I supposed to know how to tell these apart? Apparently it's this one.
New bureau policy. No more mannequins.
Wait, how come it doesn't have a head here? No known procedures for preventing the item's effect. Update 390. Lining the item's cell with the newly discovered black rock has yielded positive results. Test with other altered items. Yeah, because this one was from like 1974 or something. A wire and fabric waist mannequin. The base and head are made of stained wood. The item duplicates. The trigger for this behavior is unknown. No correlation can be found in either the number of duplications that manifest during an episode or the duration which they last before disappearing. Alright, that's another one off the list. And now we just have to deal with the flamingo. So we'll head back up here and then pop down to the control point. Huh, I guess you could use that on flying enemies too. Okay, fast travel to the sealed threshold corridor. So we have two uncontained objects in this room. We have the anchor as well as the flamingo. I guess whichever one we run into first, we'll deal with. Okay, where is the area we first got into this room from? Because that's, I assume, where we have to go. Strange purple light. Ooh.
That's got to be an altered item.
You don't say, Jesse. Oh, I have to... I mean, I guess I could just fly through. Alright, you're coming with me. Or not. Apparently we're going with it.
Again.
And we're back in the former's territory.
You got into another altered item.
Alright, round two. Let's chastise the giant monster. Well, aside from a smaller arena, this seems like it'll be the same kind of fight. Which is, try not to fall into the hole. mean, it was a pretty easy fight once I figured out how to deal with it. And now, are you actually done, or are we going to do round 2? No, apparently that was it. That was
Never did like
really easy.
those. Too pink.
Oh, rude, Jesse. Alright, well, took care of that real easy compared to the first time. But yeah, like I said, after having to figure out the first one, it was really just a matter of spamming launch in between firing at it. No unique procedure required, altered status is suspected, but unverified. Plastic pink flamingo lawn ornament, 2 steel prongs extend from its underside. This item is suspected to influence atmospheric physics, altering meteorological phenomena in the area. This effect is currently unconfirmed. A new altered effect has been observed. See file AI46D for details. So it can maybe manipulate the weather like that crazy homeless guy thought it could, and it can seemingly also manipulate the walls of the oldest house. But that might have been because it got possessed by the former once it was in here. Like it snuck its way in through that. Alright, well, what about... Trying to find my way out of this room now. This one is also here. So it might be worth knocking this one out before we go. And then we'll only have like 4 or 5 more side missions to do after this. Still, I don't think there's too many more that we haven't already gotten. Or already gotten our list, I mean. Okay, so apparently the anchor is in this room. And we just need to contain it. I hear some mystical sounds coming from over here. Nope, that's just the way we escape. I thought last time I did that, she picked up a bunch of clocks. Not seeing any evidence of the object.
This is the safe room Will showed me. The one with the altered item inside.
Sealed threshold account. Threshold management retrospective, threshold 9D. Threshold with effect redacted manifested in the containment sector in the middle of the redacted department. Simultaneously, numerous redacted appeared in the area, injuring and killing many redacted. After rescue operations were completed and redacted, Rangers were sent in to discover the threshold's epicenter. The sheer amount of redacted made the expedition impossible. The area was sealed off after removing the clocks proved an impossible task. The department was relocated and the area abandoned. Researchers theorized the threshold introduced unstable matter to our dimension, which adopted the form of the redacted, as redacted when introduced to more stable redacted.
Great. More clocks.
Unstable matter that slowly converts all of our matter into clocks. So are we just gonna fix the threshold? It seems like we're heading into what could only be the epicenter. Alright, battle time, I guess?
The fuck is that?
The anchor is apparently... What is it, Atomos? Final Fantasy? Oh, this clock looks special. and it shoots a shotgun blast of clocks at me. Okay, I'm guessing these red clocks might do, like, extra damage. Oh yeah, I did not like that. I mean, this one's not quite as significant looking as the former is in a thumbnail. Ooh, traded blows there. Oh, okay, that was a lot faster of a charge than last time. Wait, what did I die from? I didn't see it do a blast, but the clock just fell on me and disappeared, so apparently it did. Does seem like a tougher boss than former, at least for the moment, but I think I just have to hit it with the big clocks. Oh no. There's no shortcut between these two hallways. Also, I went into there with like half health, so that wasn't great. Alright, let's give this another try. Don't think we need to start cutting on just the second attempt. So where was that? It's this one here.
This is the safe room Will showed me. The one with the altered item inside.
Great. More clocks.
Alright, Anchor, let's do this again. I think I can shield its attack, though, if I time it right.
What is that? It's making more clocks?
Yeah, I think you can only hit it when you're in the direction it's facing. Well. Alright, so I don't think impatience is going to do me any favors here. Trying to dash halfway across this is not going to work. Just have to wait until it's looking at me and then throw my thing.
It's making more clocks?
Just gotta hang out, take my time. After all, we've got plenty of time down here in the clocks. I mean, it looks like all 4 of these should be enough to almost kill it. Not the adequate weapon for this, though. I really need spin for these guys when they're flying. There we go. Kill one with the other. Kill 2 birds with 1 dead bird. I had to remember how I could drop stuff. I mean, the good thing is killing these enemies will give me health. I think we've thrown all the big clocks we could. Now we're just gonna have to deal with regular throws. Oh, it's one of these fuckers. I was like, how is he dashing at me? Okay, my health situation is not great. It looks like any object will still stun it. Yeah, that was a tough one there to really jump into. Alright, well, let's give this guy another go and see if I can get him back down to the same amount of health without having to do this again. Alright, so I'm feeling fairly confident on this attempt.
That must be the altered item.
And there you go. The main thing I found is that you can actually hit the side of its mouth when it's facing one of the other ways, instead of only when it's facing directly at you. But at the end, it kind of just randomly spams directions while spawning enemies, so that's the part that's hard.
There. No wonder the Rangers had such a hard time with that one.
No wonder they had such a hard time with a giant death ball of clocks. Alright, so I guess we don't have to turn that one into Langston, because we got our reward already. No, it still says return to Langston. But we did get another untapped potential, which means now we can max out 2 of our weapons instead of just 1. So I guess you only get those from, like, boss fights? Alright, so let's head back to the control point. We'll head back to Langston, turn the mission in, and I think that'll be a good place to end this one. Took a big chunk out of our side missions. Charge seems so weak, but maybe it's just because it starts at level 1. At this point in the game, level 1's not very useful. You know, I could have just let them kill me. Would have been a faster way to get back to the control point than running. Because this area sucks and has only one path. Alright, so back to the Panopticon. So yeah, I can see, I guess, why some people said that they got frustrated with the boss fights and just abandoned them, the optional ones, but it wasn't really a tough boss. It's just, you know, if you get hit, you're gonna die real quick. So it's all about avoiding damage entirely.
Numerous cell breaches on every level. He's just...
Every altered item on your list is now back in the Panopticon, safe and sound.
That's a load off my mind. Missing altered items don't exactly reflect...
Why do they always pause when they say Panopticon?
The flamingo pulled me into the astral plane just like the fridge did. That same creature was there.
I was looking over the old activity reports, and multiple items have been displaying much more destructive behavior in the past few weeks. There's some connection there, I bet, but it's a bit above my pay grade.
I just keep them
Something to
happy.
keep an eye on.
And if I have any more runaways, I'll know just who to call.
I guess this is my life now.
You're not going to mention the big gravity ball that the anchor was as well?
I'll see you later, Langston.
I'll be here, like always.
I mean, they mentioned that the anchor had a big, destructive sphere that destroyed whatever it touched, but I guess that's what that was, just infected with hiss. Okay, we have 6 ability points. So wait, did it give me 3 points for doing the boss fight and then 3 more for turning it in? Okay, I guess it's only 1 point for large objects. We'll unlock that. And we'll unlock levitate. Let's upgrade that again. They're all only 10% though, so I guess they must be cumulative, because it would be stupid if you just upgrade this and it's like, okay, it never goes over 10%. And I guess we'll upgrade shield barrage so that it dumps everything out when I put it down. Alright, so astral constructs. So I can upgrade everything except pierce, which requires corrupted samples. So I feel like I should upgrade grip first, because that's our main go-to. And then I could upgrade shatter as well. But I'd rather upgrade pierce. I just don't know how many untapped potentials we're going to get in the game, if there's enough for all of our weapons. So I think we'll just leave that for now. Alright, so I think that was a pretty good side mission roundup. Next time we'll probably do self-reflection, which probably shouldn't be too long. And maybe we'll do the mold. Or the pouches, I don't know. The pouch one is not that important. I could probably do that off camera, honestly. Since they're just special enemies, there's nothing fancy about them. But aside from that, I think we're pretty much done with our current side missions after that. So we'll be able to get back to the slide projector. So until then, I've been Shadefyre, this is Control, and I hope you'll join me next time as we continue to sort things out in the Bureau. Also, I can pick up this forklift. Cannot pick up things you're standing on, unfortunately. I guess we'll have to find out exactly what constitutes large objects next time. But I bet they do more damage. Anyhow, take care, everyone.